my name is Debuff.
What's up?
And we're back.
Did we do a mic check?
Yeah, we already did.
Oh, okay. I was not paying attention.
He didn't see.
And I didn't put my... Man, I was not prepared for this at all.
Oh, God, dude.
All right.
Let's move these planks. Keep this game. Should I move these planks?
Yeah, I mean...
That guy's gone, right?
Yeah. What was his name?
Ethan? No. I mean, it was just last night.
Elijah? Was it an E?
It was an E. Because it was Blake and something.
I think it's Ethan.
Yeah, it could be. It could have been Ethan. I don't know.
Well...
But, I mean, I was figuring what we could try to do is continue the conversation that we should have been recording this entire damn time.
Go. Battery.
Oh, battery. Because, like, before we started recording, we were having this pretty long philosophical discussion about social media. Cause yeah, because that
I thought you were talking about the brick house thing.
Oh no! Yeah. It was like, she's a big mouse
Eating the cheese, avoiding the trap.
gonna get real big and fast. She's a big mouse. I don't even remember where the fuck to go now.
I wonder if
this is where I came in. I think.
I bet he has
seen that.
Yeah. So you either have to go that way, or I bet he has a key.
I'll check and make sure he doesn't have a key real quick. Let's see.
Search his body.
Where's the button?
I gotta just as a before. Sorry to keep breaking you away from that other thing. What in real life? Because in games you do this a lot, but in real life, if you're out in a survival situation with your buddy, and your buddy goes down, do you search his body and just like pickpocket him?
I mean, you may be like, look, I knew he had that gun on him. I'm gonna get it.
Well, okay, that is fair.
You may feel dirty and bad about it, but
would you be upset if you found something that he didn't share, like? You
probably like, motherfucker, he had a Snickers.
Yeah, right.
That son of a bitch.
This
bitch knows I love Snickers.
He had breath mints his whole time, and I've been just stanking it up.
God, he had fresh breath, son of a bitch.
Got a pocket full of hot dogs. What was going on?
We've been out here for weeks. He's been holding out. Well, he's dead now. These are my hot dogs.
All right.
But yeah. So I had recently what was that? Watched what the
was a documentary,
the social.
right?
God damn it! The Social Problem. I think is what it's called. What?
Huh?
You
no, I left my drink.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Social Problem, and I had come up with like a new hypothesis. Of where the fuck?
Get in the water.
All right, yeah. To like try to like help explain like why it's always like these big metropolitan cities that always seem to have like the protests and or riots or just whatever, like civil unrest in general whenever a event happens. And at first, my original hypothesis was it's just population density, and you just create like a bubble and everybody has the same ideological thoughts and boom, you just create this pressure cooker, and then when something happens it just pops. Oh, swimming is exhausting. Safeguard, find safe ground, recover. Okay. Is this safe ground?
Yeah.
There we go. But there's this guy over there. I don't like that. So anywho, yeah, it's a crazy pressure cooker, and then boom. Well, like watching that thing, they're talking about how social media can manipulate either side to see what they want, because like maybe somebody's right leaning, so they're just going to feed him right media. If somebody's left leaning, they're going to just feed him left media.
Right.
So I was just kind of curious. We come from a smaller town. We don't use social media as quote unquote normies do, and never have really until.
You're saying just us, not the town.
Well, I'm saying like the town too, potentially, just because it's a smaller town.
Right.
We live differently, We don't have all these cool nightclubs to go to and everything like that.
No, we don't.
Nobody's really trying to, be the next Kim Kardashian necessarily, because we're too busy, like for some people, down there, like milking cows or whatever, So we don't
Right.
use it with its intended purpose. We just kind of use it as a thing. It's here, whatever. But my idea is that bigger cities with these people that live here are more apt and prone to use social media with its intended purpose. So the algorithm is just like
just
it's
working
force
its
fed
ass
with
off.
information constantly.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, this person, this, and there's so many people.
Whoa.
Is that? No, that was just the brush moving. That's all that was. It looked like somebody moving.
Oh, I thought it made it look like.
It did, but that was just the wind.
Okay. All right.
And especially with other people around, like how social media will use, like, oh, like Derek is within is next to you or whatever. It knows through my device.
I am next.
You're like, oh, Derek likes this stuff or whatever, or give me notification about Derek's location or just whatever. Like they'll use all the information that's around you to help feed you content.
Right.
And again, there's just not that many people here, so we don't use it the same way. So I just kind of think that maybe social media is actually to blame, at least in the modern day, for why
Like people's beliefs, like specific, like not like their whole belief system. It's just like going down so deep.
Yeah, well,
kind of a thing.
basically, like they are the spark. Social media is like the spark that lights the powder keg. Wow, powder keg. And I didn't see what it said there. It says something about left.
It's talking about the microphone. Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, no, I think you keep walking with it.
But social media creates the powder keg that will ignite. Okay, no, something's in there. The powder keg to ignite the larger cities to create any sort of like civil unrest or whatever. Okay. Now this is just.
What is happening? Hold on.
Okay, there's somebody there finally. Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Did you not get that recorded or something? I don't know. It blinked.
I think it was recorded. I don't know.
That was creepy.
But yeah, it's just social media is just the conduit or whatever to help promote and exacerbate civil unrest in these cities.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, you still could go down the whole, oh, there's people coming from behind me, and I can't.
Oh boy. Right there, hole.
Oh yeah. You can still use the whole identity, the population density as the reason for it, because that still makes sense, But I just think that the people that live in these highly populated areas are using it in its intended purpose because that is the social and like cultural norm, and that's how you just do stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I like. Yeah.
And it's just it just overcharges the algorithm,
Well, yeah, I think I really just think it's a population thing, only because if you think, like we had talked about earlier, I think that yeah, get in there.
Oh, there's liquid.
Like, yeah, you can just hide in here.
Yeah.
I think that it's a population thing, only because I think that in like where we are is a small town.
Yeah.
Right. So in that town, it's not unreasonable. Oh fuck! It's not unreasonable to think that there's some people that would have the same, same mindset as someone in another city. Like that's just how thoughts are or whatever, right? So if you had the same mindset as someone in a bigger city, okay, when you're in the bigger city, it's easier to connect with that person. So due to let's say one in every 1,000 people think that the moon's made of cheese. Okay. So once you bump up the population density, your chances of finding that 1 in 1,000 is super good.
Yeah, it goes up. Oh, shit.
And
Cactus is really hurting this.
Okay. So you can now find those other moon cheesers, and now y'all can get together and do a thing because you just got to go down the street to meet each other versus you're just connecting online.
Yeah, yeah.
So because of fuck, crouch.
Is that getting closer?
No, you're good. I think you're.
I think I found like the perfect spot to hide around, right behind this one like limb.
Yeah. Like what? Turn to the right. Is there? Oh, okay. Oh no! I'm not.
Oh, you got.
Oh God, go!
God damn it, run, you bitch! No,
Stand up! Stand up!
Trying.
Oh no! In R3. Push him! Push that motherfucker. Okay. All right.
Okay. I don't know. Am I still up? Nope.
Nope. Like as soon as they started looking, I was like, legitimately, like, don't you, everybody shut the fuck up. But so it's because of that, and I'm not saying
and again in this specific instance, I mean, social media is again the conduit to bring these people closer together. Because still, if you're in a giant populated city like LA or whatever, like there's a higher chance that you may bump into another moon cheeser, but you would kind of have to go out of your way, son of a bitch, to find the moon cheeser.
Well,
potentially.
Okay, kind of
flyers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like, moon cheesing tonight.
Even
son of a bitch.
I'm thinking of it as can you move while you're crouched?
Yeah, I can. It's just I wanted to get away from that son of a bitch.
Okay.
Oh, good. To another light.
Well, I'm thinking of it as like old school. Yeah, I think he's gonna chase you if you're standing. So stay crouched and move to the other. Oh, you can slide.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's fucking noob.
Okay, just keep moving. Keep moving. You might be on like the Moons Made of Cheese forum back in the day, right?
Yeah.
And so you could meet people there and still do things. And we, most people, I don't think, consider forums as a social media, right?
Yeah.
But you could go and connect, and you could still do all those things, right? So I think it's just population density. Whether you were before social media and you were going to the same nightclub and hanging out with the same people, and then you start meeting like-minded people, and they're like, "Oh, you ought to meet my buddy Jeff," or whatever, and the group grows, or however that happens, right?
Yeah.
It was still going to happen. Just social media makes it easier to find those people.
Yeah, that's what
which
exacerbates the problem.
Well, I don't know. I guess yes and no, but I mean the same thing could have been said back in the day about like bars or whatever. People getting together, bars just exacerbates the problem because they want to go to there. But so I don't necessarily think that it is social media's fault for, at least in this one instance, of bringing people together. I will say feeding people specific things, because it's like, oh, you like the moon cheese? Okay, we're gonna sit here. What about this nice brioche? Or I guess that's a bun. But like, what about blue cheese?
Yeah,
what about American cheddar? What about extra sharp cheddar? How about Monterey Jack? How about moon cheese? And then you just like go deep into it. So the algorithm is feeding you those things, and you're getting like, you're not the only person that's done that. It's feeding that same meal to everybody else. Or everybody that's gone down that cheese path. So it's easier to get together once you're all down the path, and anywhere along the path you could have
down with the cheese.
Right, you could have found those people, and at any point you could have deviated from that path.
Yeah.
You just due to your clicks, and there's a guy.
Spawned there.
He doesn't have a flashlight on. Okay, he's just looking.
Yeah. He's the point man.
Are you gonna find a way out of it?
I know that's what I was trying to do. I was following the fence.
Okay,
line,
so here's
you
went in. Just maybe follow that one.
I know I did. Yeah, and I came
back
this way, but I'll go back this way.
So, for that one instance of people getting together, it just makes it easier to do. And and I think you see a lot of these people getting together for a myriad of reasons. And they are for, I guess, like-minded, or they're kind of on the same page with each other, just because there's a fuck ton of those people in that area that can easily organize versus
right
here. And again, if you had just dropped that population here, all those people would be doing the same exact thing. And you see that in all major cities across the world, depending on what the fuck they got going on, right? I mean, even if you look at revolutions or those types of things, they don't get sparked off in the fucking countryside, right? That starts popping off hard in the major metropolitan cities because of those things.
Yeah.
Because you can get people together a lot easier. So, oh my God, dude, go away. We're trying to have a discussion.
No.
So
I'm hiding.
you can't, is there like a hole next to you or something?
No.
On the right?
Wait, what?
Yeah, boy. Can you get in? Get in there. Get in there. Don't
I
stop.
can't. I can't. Like nothing's. Oh,
okay. All right.
I'm straight. Just stuck.
All right. Turn that off.
Don't stand up, you son of a bitch. No.
Hey guys, what do you guys think about population density?
What's your opinion on this?
Right. I don't know. That's just me. But I mean, we've talked about this before. I don't blame. There's a lot of stuff that I think people do blame on social media that I don't think is necessarily social media's fault. I will say feeding people certain things is. It's an algorithm's fault that it fed you that stuff, because otherwise you would have never found that.
Yeah, like, because you put it in. Like, you put it in the information, basically. Like, oh, these are my interests or disinterests or whatever. Because you could, and it makes decisions based off that,
right? And I don't think okay. And because I want to say that I've talked to Wade about this before. I'm going to keep with the cheese, but I don't know that I've talked to him about cheese. But if you run that thought experiment of
fucker,
bro,
wait, no, that's just a light.
Okay.
Run the thought experiment.
If you run the thought experiment of how the algorithm works, it wouldn't seem like a stretch for you to be like, I'm into cheese. I want to know more about cheeses, right?
Break cheese.
Yeah, right. So you start looking up all these different cheeses and learning about cheese and stuff, and it takes you down that path.
Yeah.
And due to some other searches, somebody told you to look up a conspiracy theory about a thing, right?
Yeah, about some cheese.
Well, no, not about cheese, just in general.
Oh, okay.
A conspiracy theory in general.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm making a run for it. I shouldn't, but I am.
Go, boy, go. Yeah, son. Fuck you. Gate's locked, and hopefully you don't own it. Oh! He's gonna rip. Shh.
He saw nothing.
What is? If he just goes away, I would be so happy.
But he's scared as fuck.
He's like time out.
Yeah. Is he on my team?
Time out. Nobody hit nobody. We called a time out. Maybe is he a good dude? No.
Fuck it. I mean, he's calling a timeout.
He doesn't look good.
Nobody looks good in this game.
Get away from him.
Maybe he thinks I'm one of them.
Maybe. We're just gonna get away from him.
We're just gonna go into the nice old house.
I'm just gonna take your batteries.
Yeah.
But so you look up a conspiracy theory about something, and now the algorithm wants to feed, like, oh, there's a bunch of conspiracy theories about the moon being made out of cheese. You want to see those because you're into both of those things, right?
Okay, yeah. So it could be a completely unrelated conspiracy theory, and then it's like, oh, there just has to be one about moon cheese.
Yeah, and then it starts to go down that path, and then next thing you know, like, you look at that same person. Oh, that motherfucker has a knife. he is not on your team.
Nothing to see here.
Right. So now it's feeding you those things. I think you can climb over right there.
Okay. I was thinking about going, see if I can find a...
maybe not.
I don't know if there'd be like a window or something.
Yeah.
This team.
Okay.
Want to do anything.
So now it's feeding you those things, and then you look at that same person a few weeks later, and it's
way through the barn.
maybe there's a way through the barn.
Okay, now which one's the barn?
the big barn next to you.
This one?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the fucking home skillet with the...
Well, he's out in front, but maybe there's a way
I know,
through
I
the
know.
barn. There's definitely a ladder right there because that's what
Yeah.
it just showed you that. How
Yeah.
you get in the barn, I don't know. But so, you look at that same person a week later, and now they've been looking at nothing but fucking conspiracy theories and people like their porn is cheese related now or whatever the fuck. And here the thought experiment part of it is that person, he is going to cut you the fuck.
Ninja.
Okay.
Ninja.
All right.
Ninja.
The thought experiment part of it is that who you are? You know what I mean? So you had the algorithm not fed you those things, you would just be the regular person.
Yeah.
Like just your same self, just you now have more knowledge about cheese and whatever. You go off to do other cheese related things. But that may not involve conspiracy theories, or maybe they do. But because the algorithm fed you things that it thought you liked, and it turns out it was fucking right, and you went down that hole, does that make the algorithm bad? Because it showed you who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
Or does it? Does it make that person into the conspiracy theorist like cheese fucker? Or were you
always the
a
conspiracy
conspiracy theory cheese fucker that just didn't know?
Yeah.
Like it was
And like now you're out the closet.
Yeah, there or you're out of the bag.
Yeah.
Or out of the fridge. is that
Into the bar.
Yeah, is that what that is? Were you created that way, or were you? It's a nature versus nurture situation.
Were you born a cheese fucker?
Right? Were you born a cheese fucker, or did the internet make you a cheese fucker?
Which one is it?
Yeah.
Find out next time. Dynamic Team Buff. Well, we'll continue.
Cheese fuckers can be found on Backpage.
Where we'll continue our conversation about social media and cheese fucking.
Yeah, and hopefully not die in this barrel in a barn.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed our conversation, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below.
Was the conversation too heavy?
Yeah, was it? Yeah. Or was it cool? I don't know. Hey, what?
Yeah. I'm probably still going to do them, but...
Yeah. And crack that bell. Crack that bell for all the cheese fuckers out there.
Yeah.
They need that.
Yeah. Shred that bell.
Shred it up. All right, everybody. Catch you later.
Later.